Hello, friends. I escaped to the beach in that week between Christmas and New Year's. I didn't have any intentions except just to get away by myself, to sit on the beach and read and eat. And I accomplished those small goals mainly because the weather cooperated so beautifully. Hello, I'm Dr. Renee Harmon. I'm the author of Surfing the Waves of Alzheimer's. It's a memoir about my husband Harvey and his time with younger onset Alzheimer's disease. Well, on New Year's Eve, I met up with a friend, and over steamed shrimp, delicious, she asked me what I had learned in 2021, and I was stumped. I hadn't really reviewed my year yet, and I stammered out something about the birth of my first grandchild, I think. But she gave a beautiful answer when I asked her in return. Obviously, she had done some reflection that I had not yet done. Then she asked me about 2022. What was I looking forward to? What were my goals? And again, I couldn't really answer anything. But people do that, right? New Year's is a good time to take stock of what has happened in the prior year and to set some goals and intentions for the coming year. And I used to do that. Actually, Harvey and I used to review the year on New Year's Eve. We would lie in bed on New Year's Eve and kind of review the year. And not as frequently, we would look ahead to the next year. I haven't done that since Harvey was diagnosed, or even after he passed away. I think it was just too painful to look at what had been and to look ahead at what might be. But this seems like a good time to realize that 2021 was eventful for me. I mean, my goodness. I had the birth of my first grandchild. It's astronomical. I tell you, it was wonderful, and it is wonderful. It continues to be wonderful. It was a beautiful thing to watch my daughter during her pregnancy handle it with patience and grace and strength, and watching my son-in-law love my daughter so well during that. We were all together on July the 4th for at my sister's pool, and on July the 5th, Hazel was born. And in October, when their parental leave was up, I started babysitting, or Hazel sitting, 20 hours a week. My daughter's in-laws moved to town on a short-term lease, and they're picking up the other 20 hours. And I tell you, Hazel sitting is not actually the right term. She loves the outdoors, so we walk a lot. I didn't get to travel as much as I wanted to in 2021, but I did manage a wonderful week in the mountains, driving and hiking, and a trip of a lifetime with my mother and my sisters on a riverboat cruise down the Danube. Was spectacular just to be with them and experience that together. My work as an author and speaker continued. I did speak at a number of virtual and live events. I was interviewed for print and podcasts. I had 2 essays published, and as well as a story. And the book continues to sell. I find that to be astounding, the reach that this book has had, and I'm still very humbled about the responses that I continue to get from it. So what is going to happen in 2022? What do I have to look forward to? Mainly Hazel. I get to continue to watch her grow and learn, and it's just going to be amazing. We have a family trip scheduled to ski in Utah, and I had a trip to the Holy Land rescheduled from January to November, so I have that to look forward to. And there's probably some other trips that I'm going to try to get, depending on the virus, right? I have a few tentative speaking engagements kind of lined up, but the biggest event is happening in 10 days. My youngest daughter is getting married, and if we can manage this virus in an intelligent manner, it's going to be a wonderful event. Even if plans have to alter, I'm just so excited for them to spend the rest of their lives journeying together. But I've been avoiding the biggest question that just keeps coming up for me. What is next? I tend to have a project that I'm working on. And obviously, the book and the ensuing work after that was the big project. But that feels like it's shifting or winding down or something, and I just don't know what is next. Um, I had a list of things that I thought I wanted to do in retirement. But when I look at that list now, they just seem kind of silly and self-indulgent, to be honest. And I know a little bit of self-indulgence in retirement is okay, but I also don't want to take on some grand, big, important project that takes a lot of time and energy. I do like to write, so maybe I should try my hand at writing a novel. Maybe a collection of essays about nature. I just don't know. And I think a lot of people my age and uh, in my stage of retirement, I'm still young enough and energetic enough that I can still engage in the world in a meaningful manner. But engaged in what? I keep waiting for the answer. I keep thinking a door will open or a still small voice will whisper the answer. I just don't know. I need a sign or a life coach. Oh, in any event, I'll just keep living each moment as it presents itself and hopefully keep my eyes and my ears and my heart wide open. In the end, that's really all any of us can do. Thank you. Be well and keep your balance.